Hey, what's up YouTube? Bo Art Takeover here, back with another action figure review. Today we have the figure body Zero from VToys. Now let's get into it. So I don't know much about VToys, but I will say that this guy right here, this thing right here.
Oh, I want to see what it is. I want to see. Oh, Pika.
Man, this thing is something else. This guy's something else. Let's bring him in for a closer look. So I don't know too much about VToys, as I've mentioned. I've never heard of this figure, but as a guy that likes to get into customizing, you know, I'm always looking for blank bodies. And I gotta say that this figure, he's not bad. We'll get into everything he's got going for him, but I do have yet to find a good female custom body that I can use, you know, so we're still holding out for that. But I think I might have found my male custom body. This guy, man, he's got a lot put into him. He's got, as far as his face goes, like, you got the frown going on, you got your lips kind of curved downward a little bit at the corners, you got some eyes, you got the eyebrows, you got some sculpt work for the ears, you got a nice bald head. Look at this guy, man. He definitely is not lacking when it comes to sculpt work. You can see the veins going on his arms. His back muscles look tight. Leg muscles. Got some calf muscles going on. Some holes at the bottom of the feet. You won't be able to tell it on camera, but this guy actually has texture as well, like all over this guy too, like very small, subtle texturing, and it adds to the appeal of this guy right here. The ab muscles look good, chiseled. You can see a little navel right there too. Even for the weight of this guy, like having him in the hand, like he's a little heavier than, like, say a Marvel Legends is, like a 6-inch Marvel Legends. You know, this guy feels of good quality. His joints are pretty stiff. And I gotta say, having this guy in hand, man, this guy's bigger than I thought he'd be.
That's what she said. Hi.
Stands about 6.5 inches, maybe slightly over 6.5, but he's got some massive girth to him. Alrighty, so let's get into the articulation. And as far as the head, there's a joint at the top of the neck, there's a joint at the bottom of the neck. This whole figure is stiff, very stiff, but I like that. One thing to note is that his head comes off fairly easy, and I'm gonna pop that off and show you exactly how that's done. So, I mean, I'm not a professional customizer or anything, but I believe that neck peg, the shaft part of it, is too small. You know, so as such, you can see the little cavity going onto the head. You pop it in, and like if you stress it too much, well, maybe it's not gonna happen now, of course, but all right. See, okay, yeah. So I mean, it pops out this little part right there. I'm not gonna say shaft again, but that little part, man, it's way too short. All right. So anyway, so the head can go down about that much. Try to do this without constantly popping off the head. Head can go up about that much. Got some shift motion using both of those joints at the neck and the head, so that's awesome. Of course, you got your full rotation going on, so that's cool, no complaints there. Rotation at the shoulder. You also have your bicep swivel. You have your double joints for the elbow. As I've mentioned, it's pretty tight, but look how far that can go in. That's sweet. You got your hinge and rotation at the wrist. That looks good. You get a pretty good amount of range with that, and of course you can rotate that ball around. Woo, his arms can go out about that much, so that is awesome. I can't tell if he really has a butterfly hinge or not, or if mine's is just hella stiff. A slight motion going on right there, but it's not really too much. It might just be like a ball going attached to another ball going into a socket with a cap on it, but yeah, who knows? It's too tight, I can't see it. The upper torso and his underwear have a slight squish to it, at least like the top of his underwear part does, but it's kind of like how Storm Collectibles does it, but these are much more stiff. It's a little like more squishy, like when it gets closer to the ab part. But anyway, so his abs he can go down about About that much. So that is not bad. That's not bad at all. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Side to side motion starts to get just a little bit gappy, but you know, I'll take it. Got a rotation at the lower abdomen, and you also have a rotation at the top of it. Goes back about that much. Wow. The full splits, rotation as far as the thigh goes, you know, so that could be a little bit better, but I think you get what you need out of it. His legs can go up about that much before it starts to curve out. Bam. With double joints for the knees. He's got the same double ball peg that is in his head at the ankles. There is a slight shift at the ankles. At the foot, he can go up about that much, and he can go down about that much. Inward, going outward. And he has no toe articulation. Quick look at the accessories he comes with. Here's the box to start it off. Says figure body, 112 action figure for custom 0. We got some other logos at the bottom. VToys, BMS, ages 15 and up, not a toy. See the side of the box. There's the back. There's the bottom. Here's the top. And I will say, for such a large figure, he's got a small package. For his accessories, you have 2 fist hands, which look all right. 2 Kung Fu claw hands. 2 splayed out, but slightly curved inward hands. It comes with an extra ball peg. I guess this would be for the head or for his ankles, which is nice. I'm glad they thought of that. He also comes with these 2 pieces, and these look like, I don't know, the shin maybe, but I'm not sure exactly how I would actually connect this. And I'll show you the last accessory that he comes with. 2 pairs of shoes, and these are hard plastic. Now, my whole thing is, I didn't find any instructions or anything, but what the hell am I supposed to do with this stuff? So, like, what, this big shin goes into that shoe or what? Like, I mean, if anyone else has figured it out, you know, let me know in the comment section below. Here is what it looks like up close. So I'm guessing this is supposed to be that part. I don't know, maybe it's just the extra shin calf. Swapping his hands out will be a bit of a chore, and I will show you why. It's very, very tight. Ooh. All right, so take a look at that peg that he's got, man. This thing is tiny. He's got a really tiny peg. Port, and I'll show you how to port that in. Hopefully I don't knock anything over on camera. All right, so that actually went in pretty good, but I don't know, maybe it's just certain hands that I have, or like the first time I did it, man, I was working at that thing for a minute. Real quick, for your size comparisons, we have next to the Revotech All Might figure and the DC Essentials Batgirl figure. We have next to the Marvel Legends Shang-Chi figure and the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Michelangelo figure from the movie. We have next to the McFarlane Fortnite Inferno figure and the Art Bones NYC The Specimen figure with the custom robe on. We have next to the Mayfix Cyclops and the Kotobuki Zero model kit. And lastly, here we have next to the Storm Collectible Scorpion figure and the SH Figure Arts Ryu figure. So my final thoughts on this figure, as far as the gripes go, the peg for his wrist peg is a little small. That does have me kind of worried. As far as the ankles, you know, he's got a good amount of pivot for the ankles, but it could be a little bit better, you know, given how articulated this guy is. So you will face some balancing issues, but it's not that bad. But his feet are kind of small. I got this figure from bctoysbox.com, and you know, for the price I paid, man, this figure, you can't beat it. If you're looking for a good custom body, you know, with some good articulation, the sculpt is already there, and he's got some height to him. This is the way to go. We don't have any complaints. You know, it does suck, his head pops off just a little too much, a little too easy, but man, this figure is awesome. So yeah, if you're asking if I would recommend this figure, absolutely. When I first got this figure, I went and bought 2 of them, so it have a little more accessory. He didn't have like any holding hands, you know, so if he had like a weapon holding hand, you know, that would have been pretty. Anyways, you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, give it a thumbs down. Subscribe if you have to. Stay tuned for more content. Till then, peace.